There you go. We're live.
All right, welcome to another Thursday night of the Guitar Gear Locker, and tonight is live show 57. And tonight we have a special guest, Chris from Skeletal Remains, and thanks for coming on tonight, Chris. I really appreciate it. And yeah, we're gonna dig a little bit into your background and stuff like that, and into the band. And I guess we'll start off with. To go back in time and take us back to how, if you can remember how you got into music and what led you into picking up the guitar.
Sure. Yeah. Well, first of all, thanks for having me. Stoked to be on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember. I guess music's always kind of been around since I was a kid. Obviously with my parents, they'd be listening to Spanish music, and I have older brothers. I'm actually the youngest one. So I had older brothers and sisters, and they were teenagers in the 90s. So I was listening to a lot of, like, when I was growing up, I was listening to whatever was going on in the 90s, whatever was on the radio. And then I obviously had some influence from my dad. My dad was like a big classic rock fan, CCR, all the classic stuff, Led Zeppelin and Pink Floyd, Kiss, stuff like that. He liked he wasn't too knowledgeable, but he knew the music and he liked it, so he would put it and that's kind of where I heard some of the stuff. I know CCR was a big one for sure. That was like, he would play that all the time. So but I don't think I mean, my brother's a guitar player, so he's kind of one of the big reasons why I picked up the guitar. There was instruments laying around the house. I remember that growing up. And he had his own band, and he would throw backyard shows. So I remember a little bit of that. I remember seeing like a bunch of people in our house, and there'd be bands playing. But yeah, I guess the like, I think the biggest thing was that there was a guitar laying around, because my brother was a guitar player, bass player, and I think I would see him play or something, and he might have taught me like a couple things. And this was back like in probably second, third grade that I tried to learn something, but I learned some little piece of like a song, and I didn't pay much attention. And then once I got into like middle school, going into high school, that's when I really started getting into actually playing and actually learning how to play the instrument. But yeah, I think a big part of the reason was because there was always music around, it's me growing up, whether it being, Spanish music from my parents or whatever my siblings were listening to when I was growing up, whatever was going on in the 90s into the 2000s. And obviously, yeah, my brother being a big reason, he's a musician. So like, I think a big reason I picked up the guitar was because of him as well.
Nice.
How were you learning? Were you learning like through YouTube or online stuff or lessons, or just kind of self-teaching?
No. Yeah, just self-taught.
Yeah.
I know I did pick up like tab books, like the Hal Leonard's tab books. I remember picking some of those up. I think the biggest thing was once I learned how to read tabs, then I learned how to, that was kind of like that opened the door to a lot of things, I never took lessons. Actually, no, I did take one lesson. This was maybe already like, I was maybe like 18 or 19. I took one lesson, but it was just that one lesson. And I kind of, I don't know, he taught me some awesome stuff. And, the dude that I learned from, and just in that one lesson, he taught me some cool stuff. He gave me some pointers, but I don't know what it was. I never was a lesson guy. So I kind of just, everything I just learned on my own. And the big thing was just like learning songs from other bands, and then learning solos from other bands. And that's how I became kind of a, more of a lead guitar player. And I think Metallica and Kirk Hammett was like one of the main reasons why I became a lead player. But yeah, I mean, I don't even know if there was, I can't remember if there was YouTube. Yeah, there should have been. I'm sure there was YouTube already around that time, but I don't know if I did learn some stuff from like just watching YouTube videos. I'm sure I did. But yeah, a lot of the stuff was kind of just listening to stuff, trying to figure shit out, trying to train my ear. and yeah, just like tab books and a lot of the stuff that I learned from the tab books, I found out later that it was wrong, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
That's the worst part about tabs.
yeah. I mean, it sounds like similar background that I had because I had a lot of diverse music in my household. And you mentioned CCR and Pink Floyd, and a lot of Spanish music. So when you were really young, was that some of the stuff that you tried to figure out first? Was some like Spanish music or some early rock
No,
stuff?
I think when I actually started playing guitar, I was already listening to like Led Zeppelin,
Hmm.
kind of like starting to get into the more like heavy
Harder.
metal, the classic heavy metal stuff. Like
Yeah.
Ozzy was a big one, Randy Rhoads, obviously, and then Metallica. Once I like found out of Metallica and Kirk Hammett, that's when I was like, okay, I actually started sitting down and just learning stuff and playing, like just practicing for hours a day.
Yeah.
But I think from what I remember, like I think when I was like listening to like, I remember Zeppelin being one of the big ones. I
Hmm.
was learning some of that stuff when I was like starting to learn CCR. Um, what else? Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I'm sure there's a lot more, but I just can't think of it right now. But for sure, I do remember like when I found Metallica, that was like a big thing for me, and that's when I actually started trying to learn how to play solos
Right.
and yeah, kind of just expanded. And then I found Slayer, and obviously just snowballed
Right.
after that.
Went off there, yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
So
I
you
think
were pretty young too. I mean, obviously, when you first started playing music, then.
Yeah, I started probably like around 8th grade, 7th grade, somewhere around there,
Hmm.
right before high school. And then another thing too was in high school, I met a lot of people and they were guitar players or musicians, and that kind of inspired me to like actually sit down and practice and want to actually learn the instrument like really well.
Hmm.
But yes, I mean, like I said, I think the first song I have ever learned was probably like in second, or I was just a kid, but it was nothing serious. I just learned that song and that was that. And then once I started like actually getting into it was like around 7th grade, somewhere around there.
Hmm. Yeah. So was there like a music scene too around that was kind of inspirational too, like bands and stuff like that? You
Yeah,
started.
definitely. That's definitely started happening in high school. We started being like in talent shows, like with friends, and at school they would have talent shows, and we were like most of the friends I met, we met in music class, in guitar class, and they would have like talent shows, so we would jam and like play a bunch of covers, and then the whole backyard thing started happening. We started going to backyards, and then we started playing backyards. So yeah, there was definitely a scene. It was a super underground DIY type of stuff, and
Right.
yeah, I think definitely that did play a big role as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, I think in high school was like when when I started jamming with friends, and then the whole idea of like doing a band started to happen. And yeah, when we were like when in other bands that I've been before Skeletal, like we just started as like a cover band playing covers, and then same with Skeletal, it was just a cover. We like the reason it started was because we just wanted to play death metal covers and
Mhm.
jam some of the shit that we were listening to back in the day, and then it kind of started turning into like, hey, let's write a song and let's write another song, and then the first demo got written, and then it just kind of kept going after that.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So obviously there was a band before Skeletal Remains. Like, did you join a band or you started a band yourself right
uh
away?
I, I had a couple of little small projects that were nothing serious, just like bands with friends, like, we never, like I said, we were just like doing covers.
Right.
um, Anyways, yeah, and then I actually um I was a fan of I was like during high school I was getting really big into like I was already into the thrash scene, but there was a big thrash scene going on, around like 2006, 2007. It was
Hmm.
starting to blow up, especially here in LA, and there was a lot of bands going on, and there was this band Fueled by Fire um that I was a big fan of, and they announced that they had just lost their guitar player and singer. And one of my buddies knew that I was a big fan, so he messaged the band and was like, "Hey, I know this dude who he's a big fan of you guys. This fucking phenomenal guitar player. Hit him up." I knew nothing about this, and then I just got a call one day from the drummer from that band. He's like, "Hey, this is so and so." I was like, "What the fuck?" I thought it was a joke.
Right.
They're like, we're auditioning people. Are you interested? And I was like, "Are you being for real?" I thought it was just a friend like playing a, prank on me. But yeah, so I went and I auditioned for that band, and I joined, and I went on my first European tour, and I pretty much dropped out of high school from there, and I've been touring ever since.
Nice.
Right
Yeah.
into the fire.
Yeah. I got in it pretty young, and so I did that band for a couple years, and then this whole idea of Skeletal, like I said, started with just me and a buddy, me and Mike, who started the band. Just kind of on on my downtime when I wasn't touring, because that band kept me pretty busy. I was touring quite a lot, at least 2 or 3 times a year, and yeah, just playing a lot of shows. And so I was pretty busy with that band. But when I had downtime, being back then, I had no kids, I had all the time in the world. So it's like when I'd be home, I was fucking bored, and we'd just get together and jam, me and Mike. And that's kind of how the idea came. Like, hey, let's start jamming these songs, and then we started writing songs, and that's kind of how Skeletal Remains was born. And yeah, then I had my first kid, and I had to kind of make a decision if I wanted to, because I couldn't balance everything. I couldn't keep Fueled by Fire, Skeletal Remains, and then also with my child being born. So I had to kind of make a decision of what I wanted to do. And I didn't want to slow the rest of the guys in the other band down. So I left that band, and I started focusing on Skeletal on my own time, on my, I didn't have to be on a schedule, or like doing tours, because like I said, my kid was just born. So I was trying to be as home as much as possible. Yeah, and then Skeletal kind of just started taking off, and yeah, that's kind of how that started.
Yeah.
So when you started Skeletal Remains, was there kind of like a musical vision that you had right away, or was it something that just kind of developed over time?
I mean, it's definitely developed over time for sure. I think when we started, we were just trying to sound like our favorite bands from the 90s, We were literally ripping off. I mean, we still do that, but we were ripping off every fucking awesome band out, like all the 90s bands, Gorguts, Disincarnate, Death, all the classic stuff. And yeah, I mean, we were kind of just, especially like here in LA, there wasn't really like a band that was doing that. You had like Sadistic Intent, which is a classic, but no one was really doing like the Florida death metal style of sound. And that's kind of what we were going for. We were trying to do that kind of sound, and at least here in LA, there wasn't like many bands doing that. Now it's fucking crazy. There's bands like every other weekend there's a new band popping up. But yeah, we were just kind of going for that sound. And with each record, I think we started to develop a little bit more and more of our own sound. And yeah, that's kind of where we're at now.
Yeah, you're right about LA, because aside from Sadistic Intent, and then obviously Slayer early on, and Dark Angel and stuff like that, it didn't have too many like super dark bands like that.
Yeah.
And so yeah, that's interesting how you guys came out of there playing the style that you, because I hear a lot of like Morbid Angel vibe, but you guys got your own stamp on things,
Yeah.
but and also you guys didn't try and because there's this like resurgence of trying to like play the old school style, but there's that influence, but you guys are still when I listen to your records, you're still trying to push the envelope. You're not trying to just be sound like you're from 1980 or something like that. You're musically pushing boundaries, trying to push further as a band. And
I think
that's what I like to hear. I like to hear bands that are just kind of doing their own thing and trying to continue to push forward instead of just trying to copy what was done
a
couple decades ago.
It's like a new flavor of the 80s style.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, oh well, you have your influences, but and you can't escape your influences, but but along the way, you kind of find your own way of doing things, and I think most musicians, like like myself in the '80s, where I had my influences, but I didn't want to. I wanted to create my own thing, and
Yeah.
But at the same time, you can't escape your influences, one way or
Yeah,
another.
definitely.
Rock music in general, it's just a circle,
Yeah,
a
definitely.
song, if that makes any sense. But
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So, what year did you guys start Skeletal Remains?
I want to say, well, we normally say it's 2011, but recently I was looking up, I was like going through the files on my computer and I found some stuff that was older than that. So I'm not really sure, but I want to say like 2011, 2010, something like
Right.
that was when we started. But like I said, when we first started, it wasn't anything serious. So it was just like friends getting together and jamming. I don't think we started actually getting serious till the first demo dropped, and that was around 2011.
Right.
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 Yeah.
And were you singing then too, like right off the bat, or?
I was, yeah, I was singing then, not by choice. Originally, and like I said, it was just two guys, so me and Mike. So originally the plan was for both of us to sing, to kind of like share, um, the vocals. And he was married at the time, so when we started recording the demo, he had a lot on his plate, so he kind of backed out. And before we got to the vocals, I ended up just doing them all myself. And the plan was originally my plan was to find somebody to do vocals, because I didn't want to do vocals. I'm a guitar player, that's kind of, I wanted to just focus on guitar. But yeah, it just didn't work out. Like, we tried looking and the style just didn't fit, and people were already kind of like, they already had heard the demo with my vocals, so they were already like, know what they were expecting. I think if we changed the vocal style would change too much, and then it would almost sound like a different band. So I ended up just continuing doing it. I've just kind of been learning as we go. When I started, what the hell I was doing, like I said, I was just trying to sound like my idols, and trying to mimic that. But now I feel like I kind of learned like what works for me, and that's kind of what you hear on the newer stuff.
Right.
Yeah. Was that a difficult transition of like singing and playing? Because I know for some guys it can be.
It was,
trying to,
yeah. I mean, it still is, to be honest. There's like, it's not an easy job for sure. I mean, there's definitely like, I still struggle with things, and especially like anytime because it seems like every time we write a new record, it just gets more and more intense. So trying to like sing over like some really intense parts, it's definitely hard. But with time, I practice, like,
Yeah.
I'm able to
Yeah.
pull it off.
You're not playing like obituary, type riffs. It's not super primitive.
Yeah.
So, it's not an easy task to play, more progressive type music and singing at the same time playing guitar.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, there's a lot of parts. I mean, there's some stuff that there's a lot going on, and I still struggle with them sometimes, especially when we're playing like live, and when I sometimes think about it too much, that's when I start to fuck up. So I try to just kind of like, not even think about it, and it seems to fine that way.
Yeah. It happens with me. It's just like, if you think too much, it's like, then you're going to screw up and you're like, oh, what's coming next? Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh, and then you keep thinking about it. It's just like, and then you're going to shit the bed live, So best thing to do is just kind of shut the brain off and just let the muscle memory happen,
Yep.
So,
Right.
100%.
So, now as far as guitars go, what type of guitars that do you gravitate towards? And is there something that you use that you particularly like live that you don't like in the studio, or is it both?
Like, definitely, obviously, recording in studio, it's different than it's two different things than live. Obviously, when you're recording, you want to make sure you're using something that's gonna fucking stay as in tune as much as possible. So a lot of the times when I record, I'm usually using a different guitar than I use live. Just because I have some guitars that just hold intonation a lot better than my live guitars. But those guitars don't look as cool as my live guitar, so it's like,
Trade-off.
that's why I don't use them live. But yeah, I mean, right now, I mean, I've been using Schecter for a couple years. Yeah, they hooked me up with stuff, and so I've been using them. And the models that I use, I really like. They're like the Jeff Loomis Cygnus models, and I have another one. It's the dude from Gore. I think it's called a ball sack, the model. But yeah, I really, I mean, I really like the guitars. They hold really well on the road. Like they can take a beating, and they've been doing fine for me. But I've always been a big Ibanez guy. Like I really like Ibanez and the Wizard necks, and I also like Carvin or Kizo. I like those a lot. Yeah, I like those like really buttery thin necks for sure.
Roger's he's a Kiesel fan.
I love Kiesel. I love Carvins both. I mean, same company. So yeah. Do you ever go by there living out that way?
I haven't. No. I own Jason Becker, the Bluey, the 200 DC or something. I don't remember the exact model. I own that one, and that's like one of my favorite guitars. I don't take it out on the road. I was actually just playing it because I was doing some guest solos for one of my buddies' band, and I usually only take it out for stuff like that. I took it out on the road with my first band with Fueled by Fire, and it was just getting too beat up. So I was like, I retired it. So now I just keep it at home and only use it for like that. But I haven't gone to the Kizo headquarters or anything. I've only seen them at NAMM. But yeah, they make phenomenal guitars, man. I played a few of them, and they're all the ones that I played are fucking top notch.
Now, is yours Carvin or Kiesel?
It's Carvin.
Carvin, so one of the older ones. Yeah, nice.
Yeah. Oh, it's a newer one.
Oh, it's a newer car.
Yeah, I think it's. I mean, I've had it since like 2000. Well, it's not that new, but I've had it since 2012, which is right around the time that I think they started changing.
Yeah.
So now I think they the exact same guitar, you can still buy it, and I believe it might have the Kiesel logo, but you can request to put the Carvin logo. I'm not sure, because one of my buddies bought one a couple years ago, and it had the Kiesel logo, and he ended up buying another one and asked him to put the Carvins. I don't remember what the deal was, but
I think they'll pretty much do whatever you want. There.
I think so. And for the price, like it's worth it, man. Like for that quality of guitar, I've seen some guitars that are not that good as the quality, and they're like triple the price.
Yep. I tell Alex that all the time. It's like buying a custom shop guitar at half the price.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. Good stuff.
And Schecter's out in LA too, I think, right?
They're in Sun Valley. I've been there a couple times. I've gone there to pick up a couple guitars. So yeah, that's who I use live. They're awesome, man. They like I said, they hold really well on the road, and I have no issues with them. But so I really, and they, the Schecter peeps have been really wild to me. They take care of me. So
that's important relationship you have with the company you're working with, and treat you well, so
definitely. Yeah. I mean, I've gotten I've talked to some other companies, but I don't know. I've had a relationship with Schecter for quite a long time now, and I'm pretty happy with them. So everything's been good.
Mm-hmm. You all had a busy 2025, huh?
Yeah, we've had a busy fucking last 4 years, I think.
Yeah,
we haven't really taken a break until now. Now we're actually kind of. Well, actually, no, we did take a break right before, obviously, to write the last record, which came out in 2024, I think. Fuck, I can't remember. So we did take a little break in between to write that record, and then we just hit it hard and toured as much as we can, played as many shows as we could, and now it's kind of starting to slow down. We have a couple of things going on this year, but I'm focusing on the new record I'm writing, and kind of just taking time off, focus on my family, and it's been cool. It's been. I mean, I miss it for sure. I mean, we have that 70,000 cruise coming up next weekend, and I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, it's also, it feels good to also just take some time off and kind of just focus on the family, hang with the kids, and
need that, for your own mental health. Being out for so long, trust me, I know.
You getting the kids involved in guitar yet?
I try not to push it on them. Obviously the guitars are around, they see them, but my oldest is like really into piano, so he's been like messing around with that. My youngest, he's 5, and he was asking me for a drum set, so I got him a drum set, like an electronic drum set, but he's only played it a couple of times, so I don't know if he's gonna be serious about it, but my oldest definitely likes the piano. He has a phenomenal ear, dude. Like he'll listen to something and just fucking learn, like figure it out. It's crazy. I'm like, fuck, I wasn't doing that when I was that young. I mean, it took me years to get my ear trained. So he has a phenomenal ear, but yeah, he really likes pianos and stuff, and he has a synth and he messes around with that stuff. Just plays a lot of video game music. He loves video games, so he plays a lot of stuff. So yeah, I'm going to NAMM this weekend. I'm going to take him so he can, his first time. So I'm going to show him some stuff, and so he can kind of check it out.
Oh yeah,
awesome. Yeah, my daughter has a drum set and the piano, and I swear she's got better rhythm than I have.
Yeah, it's crazy how that works, man.
Yeah.
And we don't push it, she likes it, and she's like, Daddy, come on, grab the guitar. And
I'm the same way. I try not to push anything on them. My oldest was like I said, my brother's a musician, so he had synths and stuff, and every time we'd visit, he just seemed really like into it. So I finally got him one, and he plays it almost every day. Like as I'm making him breakfast for school, he's like trying to learn stuff, and he seems very, very into it. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, hopefully he sticks with it. But we'll see.
And we always talk about this, like especially with guitar player. If you want to get your feelings hurt, go look at some of the young kids playing guitar nowadays.
Yeah, man,
they're good. These kids can play everything now.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like I come from the days of you had the record player, and you had to put the record player on and and try to figure out stuff, and we didn't have any of the tools that are out there today. Learn stuff, and same thing with me. I was self-taught. I just had to figure out things on my own, and learned a couple covers at first, and then you figure out how to you write your first riff, and you're like, screw the covers, I'm gonna own shit,
I mean, I think like I said, I was looking through my computer and I found some like really old files, and I was listening to some of the like first stuff I was writing with like a different band, and it was not good, but it is what it is. You got to start somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's funny because I was talking to a friend of mine the other day about that, and like our first bands, and there's something about when you have your first band that's more exciting than anything, because it's that time when you kind of discover that magic, and oh shit, I can do this, and this is something that you don't really kind of get back again,
I feel you, man. Definitely.
So somebody said you all, let's see, Porky the Booty Bandit was talking about you two handsome fellows. And look, anytime somebody has a name of Porky the Booty Bandit, you got to put it up,
So what do you guys have? You have 70,000 tons of metal, and then you're just kind of in writing mode, I guess, right now, taking a break.
So we have Rustin. He's in Florida, so he's drumming for us. And since
he's a guy, he's really quiet, shy, and reserved, right? That guy,
Rustin. Yeah, right. That guy's something else.
I told Alex, when Alex is getting ready to go to Europe, I said, let's see if Rustin will host this show with me one week, and then the next week it'll be canceled for sure if you guys Rustin and I get together. It'd be 100%. Done.
100%, yes.
We would be banned from the entire internet.
Yeah.
Jeez, that's funny. He's a good dude.
Yeah, he's awesome.
That's the best.
So yeah, so we have that 70,000, and that's in that sales for Miami. So our plan is to stay there an extra week and kind of just do some writing while we're there, and then we have another on the weekend. We have a couple more shows, one in Tampa and one in Melbourne, I think, in Melbourne, Florida.
Oh, okay.
And that's it. And then I come home, and then I can't, I'm gonna try and get as much work done. Well, we're there as a band and try to, write whatever we can. And then when I come home, I kind of just do most of the writing on my own and kind of just send ideas to the guys, get feedback. And yeah, that's pretty much it. There's talks of like a couple like other weekend stuff, offers and stuff, but yeah, not really any touring. Just most of the stuff we're gonna be doing is just like weekend stuff, couple shows.
Right.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I think we lost him.
He said a couple of shows and the show was over.
Yeah.
He must have been in a bad zone.
Yeah.
That's all right. And when he comes back on, we'll pick it back up. Now,
what we can do in the meantime is we got Nam going on.
Oh, there he is.
We hear you, Chris, but we don't see you.
Operator.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Can you hear us?
We just can't see you.
Yeah.
Maybe
Chris,
try logging off
us,
and logging back on or something.
Yeah. I'm gonna hit remove one, and if he logs back in. Oh, there he is. There you go. There you go. Can you hear us?
Sorry about that.
Yeah, it's all good. You good?
Yeah.
There we go.
Can you hear me?
Yep. We got you. So
can you hear me?
Yeah, cool, man. That's you guys.
I don't know. Oh, you good? There we go.
Yeah. You hear us okay now?
Yeah. I'm good.
Cool.
Sorry.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm good.
So you guys got those couple shows, and you're in writing mode, and so I guess as soon to say maybe end of 2026 you'll be out there, or 2027 you'll be back out in full force
early
again.
2027 is early 2027 is definitely like what we have planned right now. Hopefully, if everything goes as planned, but it could be sooner, it could be later. But yeah, we're like in the beginning of writing. We have like 2 songs that I have in my pocket, right in my back pocket, and then it's still all just rough. I gotta. That's where I'm going. We're gonna stay there a couple extra days in Florida just so we can all be together, kind of go over everything, and then kind of see if we want to keep them how they are or rearrange shit. But yeah, man. I like I said, I'm kind of not trying to rush things. I'm just gonna take it slow and let things flow, and not. Yeah, I've done a couple, few of our records. I've kind of tried to just get the music out and rush things, and maybe that works good, but this time I just want to kind of slow down. And
it's funny. I've found over the years that there's no real formula. You think like, all right, I'm gonna really spend the time and perfect everything, or it's sometimes rushing. Sometimes some of the best comes out that way. It's strange how that works,
Exactly. Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna try to, take like time crunch as much as I can while we're in Florida and see what can come out there. But besides that, I'm just gonna take it slow and see how it all comes out. Hopefully, like I said, our plan is to hopefully have it by like early 2027, have it out by then. Maybe record in the fall or in the summer or something like that. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, main thing obviously is just kind of doing all the writing and stuff. But yeah, besides that, just like I said, we have a couple other, like we have stuff that's not announced yet, but it's just like weekend shows, not like one-offs, no touring or anything. And there is no plan to do any tours unless we get an offer that we can't say no to. Like if it's touring with one of our favorite bands, we're not going to say no to that.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you think like doing the weekend things like that, does that give you time to like recharge rather than being on tours and all that?
I don't know.
Especially while you're writing.
Yeah, I think so. But like you said, it's kind of like the same thing with trying to like not trying to rush things, but like
Yeah.
sometimes when you're like on a time crunch or whatever, sometimes you just write better things like under pressure, I guess.
Yeah.
Like it just comes out better that way. Same thing with like touring. Like I've noticed every time I come back from a tour, I'm inspired to write shit. So yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna see how it goes,
Right.
I guess. But yeah, I'm mostly looking forward to just kind of like chilling and not having to fucking worry about being gone, especially from the kids. So that's really hard. But
I can relate.
yeah,
Right. I got a really heavy schedule this year, so I'm already like trying to mentally prepare myself. I'm sure that's the same way you are. It's like, all right, I'm leaving the kids, and
yeah,
I'm away for this time, and you just kind of try and like change your way of thinking before you hit
yeah.
the road.
It's tough, man. It's tough, but I mean, I'm sure we both feel the same way. We both do this because we love it, and it's kind of hard to get away
Absolutely.
from. So
Yeah, for sure.
It seems like you both have a good balance on it,
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I also have good support, so that's a big one for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm definitely looking forward to taking a break, but I know within like a couple months I'm gonna be like, fuck, I want to go back and tour,
Right.
You know how it goes. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, well, I mean, yeah, like I said, we'll see what happens. But I know you guys. I'm sure you have a fucking busy schedule. I mean, you guys are
Oh yeah.
getting ready to release a record, so I know how
Yeah.
that.
Lot of stuff not announced yet too, just like it's we're going to be pretty busy, but yeah, I mean, like you said, you got a new record. It's like, all right, now that's where the work starts now,
Yep.
so
Yeah.
but I love being on stage. I don't like all the in between stuff, but I love that 40 to 50, 60 minutes on stage. Can't be.
Yeah, that makes up for all the shitty flights and all the fucking travel.
Yeah. And your drummer got me sick in Brazil, by the way.
Yeah, I've heard.
Oh, that's right. It was him.
He left his germs on that bus, and yeah.
I heard about this, but I also heard that it was a bass player, Nerval Chaos, that had it first.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they. I don't know. It's like I remember they were sick too, but I can't remember who had it first. I just like to bust Rustin's chops.
Yeah, I get it.
Got to blame Rustin,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, I remember we did that run right before you guys. I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure you guys used the same bus, but
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you guys had a great experience. We had a fucking awesome experience. First time touring in a bus in South America, so that was fucking awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it was for us. It was a different experience. The tour in Brazil, just being on a bus, because usually you play like 3 shows in Brazil, So we played small areas that I've never been to before, which was really cool, actually. And to see the country driving through, the country instead of just flying in and flying out,
Yeah, I think that's the worst part for me from touring South America is just the flights, because you have to fly everywhere. So it's like you're not getting any sleep. You like play a show, go to the hotel to shower, and then you got to be at the airport again.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Yeah, sleeping maybe an hour.
Yeah, exactly. So
yeah, living the dream, as we say,
Yeah,
So,
definitely. I mean, that's why I'm saying it was definitely different being on a bus. I thought that was cool. But yeah, we had awesome shows too, and we played like really small cities that I'm sure people like bands don't really come to. So people were like really stoked on that.
Absolutely, they very appreciative, of both our bands coming to their towns for sure, So, and that makes it worth it too, just to see these people so ecstatic for the music,
Yeah.
So,
I'm going to give a shout. Wait a minute, real quick. You have Ali from Saudi Arabia checking in.
Oh,
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
wow, we get somebody from some other,
Yeah, I'm beginning to think that when they all shoot in, all those comments shot in earlier when y'all first started talking, I think that has to be bots
Oh, that's definitely
because they
fine.
just like,
Not that one maybe, but the other ones.
the last couple have been normal ones. You can kind of tell when they're normal and when they're bots.
So, Chris, if you want to stick with us, we're just going to kind of go over a few new guitars that have been unleashed.
All right, so Chris is going to NAMM.
If you're a nerd like us, you're going to NAMM.
What are you looking at NAMM? We'll pull it up on the screen. What are you interested in? We'll critique it.
I mean, definitely guitars. I want to check that out. I want to check out this new synth that I believe is going to be displayed there.
Okay.
It's I think it's called Orchid something. It's like a dude from this Australian band Tame Impala. It's like just pops, kind of psychedelic stuff, and he's releasing his synths, and I've been looking at it for a while, and my kid wants to check it out too, so I'm definitely gonna go check that out. But yeah, definitely always like to check out the the new stuff that all the big brand guitar like the big brand guitar companies are releasing or whatever. And yeah, sometimes I just check out, it's like a big guitar center, so I'm just like walking around checking out even like smaller boutique companies and shit. So yeah, it's cool. And like I said, it's my first time taking my kid, so I'm sure he's gonna enjoy it because he likes
that's gonna be fun, man.
Oh yeah, the name's great, man. I it's been quite a few years since I've been there. Hopefully, 2027.
Yeah, man.
We both need to get out there next year.
Yeah, sure.
This year's not in the cards. All right, I'll throw your ES. I know Alex wants to talk about ESPs.
Yeah, let's see them.
All right, let's pop them up.
No. So what do we got
there
here?
You go.
All right. So these are the E2s, I guess, right? Yeah.
These are the E2s, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, I already see the one I want.
Right there, right? This guy.
Yeah.
You wanted the black one, right?
Yeah, yeah. So Tony, if you see it, I'm going to be talking to you very soon. I must have it.
We have some. ESP has a new E2 Maverick. Yep. Frank, you knew he was zoned in on that already. I don't know. So, Chris, we were talking about this before you jumped on. I don't know why they don't put Fishmans in them.
Are you a Fishman dude?
Yeah, I like Fishmans in those kinds of guitars at least.
Okay.
So, and it seems like with the Mavericks, they put Seymour Duncan's passive in both of them.
Yeah. So what are you using pickups wise? I didn't ask you that, Chris.
8185s classic.
Oh, 8185.
Yeah. I've tried the Fishmans. I think I want to say one of the guitars I bought had some Fishmans, but I don't remember what model they were. But they were just really bright, like too bright for me. I couldn't get into them. But maybe I tried. I mean, I'm sure if I try another one, I might like them. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of have always stuck with the classic 81, 85. I used Seymour Duncan Blackouts for a bit. Those were cool. But yeah, now on all my guitars, it's just 81, 85. It's just
right.
So you're an active guy, basically.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I used EMG for many years, and I was actually going to switch to passive pickups, and I stumbled upon Fishman by accident because I'm sure it's the same with you over the years. Tone chasing changes, what you like and what you don't like, and EMG just became like I could only get one tone out of those pickups. I couldn't get good clean tones. I couldn't, get good dirty tones. And it was just kind of like you put the pickup in the guitar and consistently get the same sound, and it didn't work off the wood of the guitar much. So I was going to switch to passive pickups, and then ESP sent me two guitars to keep in Europe, and they had the Fishmans in there. And I plugged it in. I was like, wow, this is like got the power of an active, which I wanted, you know, but the diversity of like a passive pickup.
Yeah.
You know? And so, but yeah, they can be a little brighter, but it depends on the guitar too. You know,
Yeah.
they have certain guitars where they all have the same Fishmans in it, but they're like super dark sounding. You know, because it's just the guitar. You know.
Yeah.
When some of it is the playing style also, because Alex, you know, I always say the 81, 85 sounds kind of ice picky sometimes, but I had a guy come in here and he had, you know, his original 80s guitar, and we rebuilt it. And I put a 85 and then a single, and he's a Nashville session guy, so really, really accomplished player. And he was playing clean on my EVH Stealth, and he was playing Somewhere Over the Rainbow, and it was one of the most beautiful guitars I've ever heard. And it was an 85.
Wow.
Playing clean. Yeah, I was blown away by how that thing. What's
85,
that?
85 in the bridge.
Yeah, 85 in the bridge, and then it's called their SASA. Yeah.
Because 85, it sounds a little, it's like predominantly usually like a neck pickup, right? I guess that's what you got going on, Chris. You got like the 81, I guess, in the bridge, and then 85 in the neck. Yeah. Have you tried the 5766 EMGs?
I don't know if I've tried that one.
Yeah, they're probably my favorite EMG. It's kind of a little bit more diverse. It's kind of like a hybrid of like you know, the high gain of an 81 mixed in with kind of like maybe a little bit of like a PAF or something, maybe like a, you know, like a hot rodded PAF pick or something like that, you know.
What is the do you know what the James Hetfield one is? I think, is that the same one?
It's different but similar, very similar to
okay.
Yeah, so if you like the Hetfield set, you may like the 57.
Because I have tried the Hetfield one, and I like that one a lot too. Yeah,
they're good. Yeah, they're really good. That's one set of EMGs I like a lot. So
yeah.
So let's see. The Fishman Modern Voice 2 sounds like Seymour Duncan AHB2. And then we have somebody named Stinkerate. Wow, aren't you special? Stinkerate.
Okay.
It's Stinkerate, but whatever. Or Sinkarati. Yeah, we are special, fucker. Whatever. I hate these trolls that get in here. So it used to be normal guitar people. You know, when you look at it, you look at like a computer screen orientation, but YouTube starts kicking it out to people on phones. And then you get Stink Karate or whatever the fuck he is in here saying stupid shit. Stupid fucker.
If he's even a real person, you know.
Right.
I don't know why, man. I have no patience for them whatsoever. I don't know why.
So you're heading out to NAMM tomorrow?
No, I'm actually just going Saturday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'll be there just Saturday. I wasn't able to make it the other days because of work and stuff. So I'll be there only on Saturday. But yeah, like I said, I'm stoked to check out all the new stuff for sure.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. We need to say bye to the last commenter. Bye. See you. Another tard. Yeah. So what other guitars you want to look at?
Well, we didn't see them actually. We just saw.
I know. Well, this is a special show. Absolutely. We appreciate them being on. I can put those back up there. I know you had more you wanted to talk about. I just didn't want to show when y'all were talking about other things.
Oh, okay. Yeah. We can look at them. Yeah,
you all started talking about other stuff, so I just put you all back up there. So what do you think?
Well, of course, I love the Maverick. My first ESP is the Maverick from the late '80s, and still like pretty much my favorite guitar. Except it's retired. So it's nice to see them put out a E2 Maverick, which they haven't done. I don't think they've never done that actually. It's always been the custom shop. So yeah, I gotta have that guitar. Super comfortable body. And I've never seen a neck through body Maverick. It's always bolt on. So yeah. I don't know if you're too familiar with ESPs or not, Chris. But,
yeah, I mean, I know some of them. I know the Arrow. I know the E2s I've tried at least are fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
Those are the Japanese.
Those
made?
are Japanese right there. Yeah. So E2 is I don't know who did that as far as like their new marketing tool, but E2 is just ESP standard now, just the ESP standard series guitar. So now if you see ESP in the headstock, it's custom shop or it's.
Wouldn't it be nice if you could just see ESP on all the headstocks instead of LTD?
Yeah. And the LTDs are
Makes
great.
so much sense.
You know? LTD makes the high end LTDs are really well made guitars, and you definitely get your bang for your buck. You know,
Maybe they could be the E3.
the E3.
Then you make it to the lower ones. It's like the E46.
So there's actually a shape, not similar, but a little bit like because you're playing like kind of like a start. You played the Jeff Loomis Schecter, right? You said,
Yeah,
and that's kind of like the star shape. So they have these Sammy from Goat Horse.
yeah, those are sick. I've seen those. Yeah.
You know, I like the star shape. At Sammy's guitar though, it looks like it would probably you can use that as a weapon too. You know.
Yeah, it's super pointy.
Yeah. You know.
Yeah, but I like that one. I really like that one, but I think I prefer the more rounded out classic stars.
Yeah, like the Charvel stars.
Yeah, the EVH.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too. Yeah, I used to play an Ibanez X series back in the late '80s. I don't know if you're familiar with that shape. It's very similar to yours. It's like the star shape.
Yeah.
Sammy's right there.
There you go.
Yeah, that was
an
cool.
eye out with that.
Yeah, that's definitely a cool guitar. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say it's going up, but that's the same price it was when we talked to him. Evan says, yeah.
I agree with you, Evan. You know, I still don't know why they did that. You know, and all it does is confuse people. You know.
Yeah, I just wish
things like that.
in a perfect world they would just name them all like LTDs, E2s, all of it,
This
ESPs.
year they put out a white version of Sammy's guitar. It looks pretty sharp, actually. I don't know if you saw
Really?
that. Yeah, there's the white version. If you go look in the on the site where it says new for 2026, you'll see all the new guitars on the site. You know,
me.
The star shape has always been a super comfortable body shape for me too. You know.
Yeah, they're nice. I think I remember playing one, and it was like a bit neck heavy, but the one that I use, it's fine.
It's pretty balanced, right?
Yeah, it's pretty balanced. I have no issue with it. Yeah, I really like those shapes for sure. Yeah, I like the extreme shapes.
So there you go. There's the white one. They did a white one this year.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. That was dope.
Yeah. And then what else we got here? We got some LTDs, some lower end LTDs.
Yeah.
Yeah, none of those really.
There's your world.
Now that guitar right there, that is which they reissued that guitar. That is like the Kerry King ESP that was back in the early '90s.
Oh, really? Can you click on that one? I can't.
Yeah, he had a
Okay.
the V.
I remember him having like a red and black one with the hot.
Yeah, that shape was originally the Kerry King signature ESP back in the early '90s when he was with ESP for a little while.
Oh,
and
really?
it had like a banana headstock on it, you know,
like the hockey headstock.
Yeah.
I know exactly the one you're talking about. It's such a sick guitar.
Yeah.
There's a question for Chris. What pedal and amp do you use for Skeletal Remains?
Amp is Angle. I use a Powerball 2. I don't really use anything in front of it like overdrive wise or anything. That goes just straight in. The only thing that I have in front of it is like a wall. and then I through the effects loop is like a boost, solo, delay type of thing. But yeah, usually, I mean, I could if I needed to, I could just pull it off going straight into the amp. They're just really phenomenal amps.
That sounds like my setup, straight in. No distortion pedal, just gets in the way.
Yeah. I mean, there's amps that I think does help tighten it up a little bit, but with the angle, it's just perfect out of the box. You don't need it. Sometimes it's overkill for it. Like I've tried a couple overdrives that just make it sound worse than it did before. So
yeah, if you got a good high gain tube amp and quality instrument, and that's all you need.
Yeah, but yeah, angle for heads and pedals. Yeah, I have like a bunch of like different stuff that I use from time to time. Like a phaser and a flange and my wall pedal and stuff. But yeah, no sort of overdrive or anything. At least not for tone.
Yeah. Oh, there she is.
I knew I could get Alex to have a squirrel moment just by putting that up. He's like, what?
I was actually surprised to see them put these guitars out. So,
yeah,
that's a cool color, man.
Yeah, I really love the home single configuration. So it's like you can get the fatness of the Les Paul and the strattiness of the single coil.
Man, $3,200.
That's up there.
Yeah, man, we're rocking on with these prices, aren't we?
Yeah.
All right. Do we want to go to Schecter? Oh, what? So I was going to ask you all this. What do you think of these flip-flop colors for metal?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's interesting looking, I guess.
I don't know. It doesn't go with that guitar, does it?
It just reminds me of a car.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're reading my mind.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same exact thing. Like it looks kind of cool on a guitar, but on a car. But even that gets kind of old after a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not there with the. I did. So I'm guilty of painting a guitar that color, but just to see if I could do it.
Right.
And I'll never do it again.
Yeah.
I may never paint a guitar again because I hated the whole process. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah,
is ESP still doing Michael Romeo? Is he still with ESP? Do you guys know?
Oh, I think he's been gone for a while. I think he's with
Comparison. Is that the one?
Yeah, Comparison. Yeah,
they're good. Oh, wait a minute. We have an. I'm sorry. Yeah, King of Low Mid Sounds. Yep.
Yeah. Heavy amps.
I like the what's the Richie Blackmore model, the angle. It's a really good.
Oh,
Friedman too is nice too.
Savage.
I think that maybe that's it.
I'm not sure. I can't. I know which one you're talking about, but I can't remember right now off the top of my head.
Yeah, Angles. It's good stuff. I've used them in the studio before. Great amps.
Yeah, they make some really quality stuff. Man.
They're actually part of ESP now.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Some of these don't really. I like the Mick Thompson's kind of interesting thing he's got going on. Not just the same guitar he put out last year. It's just the black version.
Yeah. So, for Chris, we need to look at Schecter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if they're dropping any. They're not. They haven't been at NAMM for like the last 3-4 years, I think.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah,
wow.
they haven't. They have, or at least they have like private booths, but they don't have any display booths or anything anymore. I remember back in the day, they would like hold really cool parties and shit after NAMM. They were usually the ones throwing like big parties. So yeah, I remember going to a couple of them. But yeah, I don't really think they do.
Oh, there you go.
Alex, you're not going to believe this. This has nothing to do with guitars. If I'm not mistaken, that I bitch every week about it's too hard to add things up there and share it. I think they made it easier. I just stumbled on it. I was like, wow, that was easy. Usually I have to hunt around, look like an old man, look through my bifocals and shit.
Yeah.
So what do y'all think?
I don't know, man. the headstock with that body, it's just kind of a little weird, you know. The split, you
I'm
know.
not there.
Yeah.
Boy, a lot of Sustainiacs, huh?
Yeah, they do those a lot for some reason.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of those lately.
Yeah.
Oh, so
That's cool.
that's just
And they're affordable.
that's a sharp flame top, though. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Did you see the there you go, $6,000.
6,000?
Yeah.
$59.99.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's nice, though.
Chris,
Yeah,
how many you want? Like 3?
How many what?
You want 3 of them?
I
$6,000,
wish.
man. That's a bargain. You'll get a discount for like multi guitars.
Yeah.
That's a good looking guitar though. The
Yeah,
rest
it's
of them, this is what they have for new for 2026.
That's it?
Well, I guess.
Unless I'm missing something.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah, I guess they're not dropping too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
But
the only thing about Schecter that like the only issue that I think about them is like they don't really have many extreme shape guitars.
Right.
Yeah, they don't really have anything like. Yeah, I don't know. That's why
You're right.
I've stuck with the Cygnus because that's like I think their best looking shape for sure.
Yeah, you're right. I think your guitar is like that's probably one of the most metal looking Schecters I've seen.
Yeah. I mean, I have a couple other ones that I keep at home, just like regular super Strat, like a Strat shape or whatever. Those are cool.
Yeah.
I have a really cool 7-string acoustic that I got from them, and I used that on the last record. And yeah, they make some cool stuff, but for like live, like trying to find a good shape or like really metal style looking guitar, it's kind of hard to find them from Schecter.
Yeah.
Either that or you got to get one and just kind of change shit out, you know?
How long have you been with Schecter now?
Maybe like 7 years, 6 years,
Mm-hmm.
maybe more. I'm not sure, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think I started working with them like right around when they dropped the Cygnus, because that really caught my attention, and I was like, oh, I really like this Jeff Loomis model, and I think that's around the time I started talking to them and kind of started working with them.
Yeah. And now he's with Jackson. I think he's been with
Jackson.
Well,
I own some of those Jackson signatures. They're nice.
Oh,
yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Do we have to go to Jackson now? Let's see what they have.
Yeah, I saw today a video from them. The custom shops are pretty off the hook. Charvels and Jacksons.
Oh, what they have on display, you mean?
Yeah. I saw a video today.
Nice.
Some really nice Charvel and Jackson custom shops.
I don't know if it's going to be the same this year, but last year when I went to NAMM, I think it was last year. It might have been 2 years ago. Anyways, it seemed like everything was really different. Like they didn't really like. Normally, I remember the year before that I went, which might have been a year or two before that. It was how I remember, where you can kind of just walk around and look at all the, the guitars. It seemed like you weren't really able to do that. Like you had to make appointments and shit like that. Like I didn't.
Yeah, because I know ESP did that, and it was only the artist could go in, and if you weren't an artist, you had to have an appointment to go in.
Yeah. So I remember they changed that, so that was a little weird for me. But I don't know if it's the same thing this year. I'm not really sure, but hopefully
it is. I didn't know. So now it makes sense. So I've been getting like Music Nomad. I got something today from Ernie Ball, and it was emailed to all of us that are dealers saying, hey, here's your appointment schedule and all that kind of stuff. So I think they are still doing it.
Oh,
really? Sure.
But
did you notice if it was any smaller, like as far as the attendance wise, Chris, or was it still as big? As far as
it seemed about the same from what I remember. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure. I don't even know if I was paying attention to that, but it seemed kind of similar to. The only difference that I noticed was that I couldn't like really check a lot of stuff out because you had to just kind of make appointments. So I mostly hung out at like a buddy's guitar, like he has like a smaller guitar company, and we kind of hung out there and checked out his guitars and stuff.
Yeah.
Cool. Jackson done that. Well, I mean, all they have is their 20 or new arrivals is what they have.
I just saw a video from a channel, like walking through NAM. It was actually Zoo, Zoo,
Yeah. So I'm hoping I purposely haven't been looking at a lot of stuff because I know our weather's going to be pretty crappy here this weekend, and I figure I just sit in front of a computer and veg on NAM stuff.
Yeah, so we're getting hammered with super snowstorm here. So you're lucky to be on the West Coast right now.
Oh, really? You guys?
Yeah, we're going to get hammered.
Not going to be good, and then next week is going to be cold.
Yeah, in the single digits.
You guys are in Florida, right?
Virginia.
We wish.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
where are you? Sorry, I didn't
We're
hear.
just south of DC.
Oh, DC.
Yeah. Virginia. Yeah, Virginia.
Oh, okay, Virginia. Okay, sorry. For some reason, I thought you guys were in
If
Florida.
we were smart, we'd be in Florida.
Cool. No, because I was just wondering, like, wait, I got to go there next week. It's not going to be snowing there, right? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Well, actually, it did just snow in Florida this past week in the Panhandle.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Oh, I didn't know that.
Not what we're getting ready to get snow and ice in like a high of 20 next week.
Yeah.
Which is not every day for here, and people go nuts.
And then the following week I head to Europe, and I'm going to be in Scandinavia and all these freezing places. So that's going to be fun,
Shit, man.
Well, we're going to get you ready for it next week.
I
will prime you.
I will be hibernating on the bus in the venue, and I won't be going anywhere else.
Sounds relaxing.
Yeah.
Anybody have any questions before we wrap it up? Anybody in the? They haven't been very active in the comments tonight.
I see one guy here. What's he say? Doesn't ESP have those artist guitars?
Oh, wait a minute. Did I miss that?
Artist guitars. Maybe he needs the Expedition series. Which they do.
Oh.
I did see some of those. Those guitars are like 15, 20 grand starting at.
What the fuck?
Those things are like pieces of art. Have you ever seen those ESP? They're called the Expedition series, Chris.
No, I don't think so. But that sounds insane. 15, 20 grand.
They're the most beautiful guitars you ever seen. But yes, starting at 15, 20 grand. And, they're ridiculous.
That's insane, man.
Yeah,
I can't find them. It sounds like a bargain, though, right?
Yeah. ESP's pretty much hush. They haven't let any videos up out of the I guess of their room. So
yeah.
I mean, are they posted up somewhere?
I did see somebody leak some of the.
Oh, so you can't.
There's like a leak of some of those guitars that they. Yeah, so every year they do these Expedition series, so they only make a few of them, and they're by their top luthers in Japan or whatever, and they're literally like works of art.
Yeah,
they're just ridiculous, and some of the woods that they combine, and it's just insane, and the hardware that they make, and it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
If I had one of those guitars, it would, it's like I want to play the thing. It's like I'd be afraid to touch it.
Yeah, fucking same.
So,
fucking yeah.
I don't know. I think you can get these guys to make you anything that you want for a fraction of the cost.
What is this?
Kiesel.
Oh, Kiesel. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Yeah, they're having a thing, Kiesel Connect.
Oh,
maybe you can get a signature Kiesel guitar and get them to make you.
Yeah, you're right in their neighborhood, aren't you? Go talk to. And I know everybody. Like, if anybody's watching this, I know people are kind of hot or cold on Jeff Kiesel. Personally, I kind of like the attitude.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have some nice stuff, but you can get them to make. I mean, you can go into their section where you can build your guitar and just spec it out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I tried hitting them up to build something, and they kind of sent me like the price and stuff, but I didn't pull the trigger on it. But I think it was like a was it a V220 or I can't remember what I was trying to build. It was a couple years back.
Yeah.
Because they stopped making 7 strings with Floyd's.
Really? I didn't
Yeah,
know that.
I did. I think most of the 7 strings they make are not. They don't have the Floyd's. Like you can get them custom made or like your own, but they don't have any lines with
Yeah.
the 7 string with the Floyd. At least not what I remember when I had messaged them about possibly working with them. That was a big deal breaker for me. But shit, so I keep slipping.
Cool.
But, yeah.
Well, is there anything you want to add, Chris, before we sign off tonight?
Not really, man. I mean, I guess just thanks for having me. Yeah, it was fucking cool hanging out, and
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. I mean, I think we kind of covered most of the stuff. Where we're gonna be, what we're gonna be up to. So there's not really any. I can't think of anything else at least. But yeah, mostly just thank you guys, and yeah, hopefully, I think you're coming to LA at some in March or something, right?
Yeah. I will be there in March. Wait a minute,
March, yeah, for that.
Or April, no, May. Well,
May,
yeah,
okay.
April and May, because we start out there, and then we end at the Palladium, I think.
Yeah, nice.
So yeah, man, hit me up, dude. Let's hang for sure.
Yeah, definitely, man.
I think the LA show is the last show of the tour. So
cool, man.
Yeah, hit me up or whatever. I'll take care of you or whatever. If you want to come out.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Hey, before you all go, have you all checked out the new Monstrosity?
I have. Yeah, sounds good, man.
I did check it out. It was good.
Lee
Harrison, man.
He's a very super long time friend of mine from before Monstrosity, actually.
Really nice. Yeah, we got to tour with him when he was doing Terrorizer with him and Pete Sandoval.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so we got to hang out with them, and it was fun, man. He's a cool dude.
Oh hell yeah, he's the man. Yeah, Monstrosity is it's killer. Yeah, I checked it out yesterday actually. So
fuck yeah.
If you want to hang for a second, Chris, we're going to wrap this up.
Cool.
All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Like and subscribe wherever it is on your screen, and we'll see you next week.
Yep.